everybody, how are we all? Paul79 here. I hope you're safe and well. Welcome to another video. I hope you've all had good weeks. I had a really busy, stressful week actually. I'm absolutely cream crackered. Played ping pong twice, busy at work, had to travel a bit for work. I had to go to a hospital appointment with my daughter, got stuck in a traffic jam for over an hour, and it wasn't even on our side, but I hope everyone who was involved in that accident is okay. So yeah, I had to actually have a sleep yesterday afternoon. I had to actually have an afternoon nap before I went over to see my mum. Hi mum, and met her new other half role. Lovely to meet you, mate. Really did enjoy the chats and the beers, and yeah, thanks for watching the videos and taking an interest. What else I've been up to? Right, yeah, so I thought I'd better show you this because something I'm very proud of. But yeah, I got my silver play button here. It came the other day for getting 100,000 subscribers, so thank you ever so much for all the people that subscribed and watched the videos. I've had great fun doing it, and I'm not going to stop. You know, I've still got more cars to build, so yeah, hopefully we can you know, carry on going. And before I forget, obviously I'm going to dedicate this award to my dad. Oops, there we go, there he is. Oh, bless him. It's coming up 2 years now since we lost him, but yeah, I dedicate that to me old man. Love you. So what else have I been doing? Oh yeah, a couple of shout outs. So shout out for a girl at work, Alicia. She also had a particularly busy and stressful week, but she got through it, so well done missus. Shout out to a guy called Lee. He came over to see me last Sunday to sort of have a look at how I do the cars, because he's planning to do a GT3 replica, so he's got all the bits, and yeah, he's just waiting to crack on with that. But yeah, I had a good chat, told me a few funny stories, and yeah, it was nice to meet him. So shout out to you, Lee. And also shout out to a good friend, Dave, who has been working very hard this week getting me some t-shirts made. So basically what I've got here, this isn't one of Dave's, this is one I got done when I was at Centre Parks. You can see I've got this logo now that I quite like on my man boob. But I think it's a bit small, so I've commissioned Dave to do me some t-shirts with it more across there. So looking forward to them turning up. They look really really good in the pictures. So that's about it for the chit chat. What we're going to talk about today, so on the car stuff. So today I'm going to talk about the interior panels, because in my opinion, having done like 3 of these now, I think one of the hardest things to get looking really good is the interior of the car. Now, I'm not talking about where you sit, because that's all sort of standard Boxster anyway. I'm talking about behind the seats, so you know, around the engine and like the inside of sort of like the roof and those panels, because you know, we're taking a car that used to have a convertible roof there, and I know you put the body kit on and it all looks lovely from the outside because you've painted it all, but on the inside it's just, in theory, what you've got is bare fiberglass sort of shell, right? So there is an interior kit that you can buy when you buy the kits. It's made out of fiberglass panels, but you know, they do need a bit of work to trim up, etc, etc. And ideally what you want to do as well is you want to cover them in carpet. So I always just go for black, yeah. It hides everything, it's fantastic. But as you know, I don't do things necessarily normally. So a lot of my interior, and I've done a lot of this work back in January, and I did some videos on it, but they were like just time-lapse ones, so I didn't really talk about it. But I've been building my own sort of version of the rear of the interior myself, and I did that all in January. As you know, I've done all the foam filling, I've painted all that part black now, so it all looking nice and clean. And what I'm going to do now is, because I want to put the roll cage back in and sort of work on that sort of side of things, I'm going to cover all of my panels. Now, normally I would do the covering when the car goes away to the paint shop, because it gives me something to do. But as you know, I've got another one to do as soon as this one goes to the paint shop. So I'm going to cover all the panels, you know, the final covering, like now, and then put them back in, because also then on the videos you can sort of see what the finished look is going to look like anyway. So this is one of the panels that I'm going to focus on to start with. So this is my C-pillar trim. I have done a video on this before, like how I construct it, but I basically I take the parts from the interior kit that you get with the kit, and I butcher them, and I actually get real C-pillar parts from a Porsche. These are Porsche 997, and I sort of create a sort of a Frankenstein type trim, right? And it looks awful, doesn't it? You know, it looks terrible. But what I then do is I cover it in this felt, right? And it's fantastic because it hides all those imperfections, and it looks like pretty sort of standard factory. So I'm going to work on doing all of that. When we talk about I call it felt, but well, I suppose it's sort of carpet felt. What I do, or what I advise you to do, is you get this stuff off eBay. If you just Google, you know, car, van, carpet covering or something, you can get this. But what I find is really good is you get the self-adhesive stuff, right? Because you don't really want to be mucking about with like spray-on glue, because it doesn't stick instantly and it can be so messy. The beauty of this stuff, yeah, it's already got the glue, it's self-adhesive, and it also has a stretch in it. So all these weird and wonderful contours, you know, I can sort of hide, or I can use the carpet, and it should work. I might have to do a couple of sort of special joins, say, for this bit here, but it really does sort of blend in, and you can't tell. So I'm gonna do that. And before I forget, what I found is very important with this stuff is you need a decent pair of scissors, right? Now, don't just use your scissors like this from your kitchen drawer, because first of all, your better half will tell you off. You need a good, decent pair of scissors. So these scissors I've got here, I bought these for when I was doing the Kevlar, right? They are super sharp, and they've also got sort of a jagged, it's a very fine jagged edge there. The reason why you need some scissors is if you use just something like this, when you're cutting this, the glue that's underneath here, it just gets really clogged up, and you'll get so frustrated trying to cut the piece out, it will take you forever. Whereas if you have something like this, these scissors are over £60, they're brilliant. If you have some good scissors like that, it will just make the whole experience a lot quicker and easier for you. And yeah, what you do is you obviously, you know, you cut out enough carpet. Always cut too much, because you can always cut it off. And yeah, you just gradually go around and cover the panels. So I'm just going to show you a couple of other bits, but I'll see you in a bit. See you later, bye! Right, so what we've got here, these are all my panels, right? Now, I made all of these back in January. This is my big parcel shelf. And what I've done, because I like to, when you're building these cars, you should care about the stuff you can't see as much as the stuff you can. So these are the undersides of these panels, right? So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be covering this this wood here. You can see it's a bit furry already, because what I was doing is when I was building it all to fit in here, I simulated it being covered in carpet on the edges, right, just to make sure it fitted nicely, because I didn't want to waste a whole load of carpet covering it if it was going to get ruined. And now that I'm happy with it all, I've painted all the underside black, and yeah, and then I'm going to cover them. So what I'm going to probably do is start on these bad boys first. I've already started cutting out some of the carpet. I just buy tons in one go, and the annoying thing is when it comes in the post, they wrap it up in like a flat pack like that. They don't roll it. So what I do is, and that's a bit annoying, because you do get creases in it like this here. You see this big crease. It eventually sort of irons out, but yeah, it's a bit annoying. So what I've done is I've transferred it to this sort of big roll that I had. and I would just store it up there when not in use. Yeah, so I've got my old makeshift table up, because that just folds down normally, so I've got a bit more space to work at. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to sort of just busy myself over the next hour or so, gradually covering all of these things, and then we can start putting them back into the car, and then we can get the roll cage in. Woo! Right, so I've had quite a good afternoon on it, and basically I've done all the bits. So yeah, so here's my parcel shelf, so that's all lovely and covered in the carpet like that. You know, these bits are very easy, it's just pieces of wood. You know, I've got this here, this is part of my own design. These are the hardest bits, the older C-pillar trims, but yeah, they've come out all right. If you remember, in a few minutes ago, oops, yeah, he looked like Frankenstein. But yeah, no, it's all been covered, and I'm going to start putting it back in the car now. I'm quite excited because I haven't seen it like this for you know, nearly a year. So I'm going to start with going to have to start with the C-pillar trims. Obviously not going to be permanently put in, because when you do them for real, you glue them. And then I can put the parcel shelf in, and then we can probably start by putting getting the roll cage in as well. Okay. Thought I'd do a before and after. So, you know, this is what it's currently like. So at the moment, we've got the standard Boxster carpet on the basically the engine. Shine my torch in there. So you can see you've got the suspension turrets. You can see the inside of the C-pillars. You know, that's all bare and gappy. If you look further down there, you know, you can see how the inside of the rear C-pillars are. If we come out here, you know, obviously we've got this frame here that's, you know, will house the parcel shelf. You can see my foam filling there. It's all been sprayed black. And yeah, so let's get cracking. Right, so the roll cage is in. So I've got the parcel shelf that just slides in here. And you know, I've got those brackets, and what I will do is I will screw that when I need to permanently through those brackets, and that will keep that in place. I've got the B-pillar trims, sorry, C-pillar, C-pillar trims in place, and you can see it just all matches or marries up. Hang on, that was a bit of bad filming. It all just marries up to the C-pillar trim there, so it's almost like a continuous line. What I'll do when the car is painted, the underside of this where my finger is, I will also cover in carpet, because at the moment, and you probably can't see it very well to be fair, so you see, oh there you go, you see where the C-pillar trim is, and then it goes up to fiberglass. It just meets that. I will have carpet that goes underneath the rear window opening here, and then just fold up ever so slightly, so all of that will be covered in carpet as well, so that'll all blend in. Yeah, the roll cage is in two parts. You've got the rear part, that's now on the suspension struts, bolted in. And then, oh, this is what it looks like on the inside. So I've got these brackets that came with it. This is to mount the seatbelt reel. This is to hold the seatbelt shoulder thingy. I'm going to have these welded on to the roll cage, but I'm sort of like working out where they sort of need to go. All right, because on the Boxster, the original Boxster roll cage, the seatbelt things mount on here as well. On a real 911, they actually mount on this bit here, but that's fiberglass. That's not going to be strong enough. Here you can see how the reason why I use the 997 or part of the 997 C-pillar trims is it follows this. It's got this nice contour here, and then the window will go on top of it, and that will just marry up to the window. When I'm ready, I will glue these in place. Okay, they will be glued to the other side of this, and also glued, it's hard to see, but I've got like a lip like that then glues into the top of the actual kit. At the moment, I've just wedged in some sort of spacers there to keep them in place. And obviously the roof, you know, that's all filled in now because it's been strengthened. I will also have, you know, the black carpet on that as well before, so I'll do that first. And all of this roof will be just the black carpet. I'll probably do it in 2 stages, to be fair. I've done them in one big go once, and it's a bit of a nightmare, a bit of a 2-man job. Although I did it on my own. So the next thing is to fit back all of those panels as well, that basically hides where the suspension struts and so forth, and you know, hides this gap here. All right, so it's all done for today. Everything is in, roll cage in. Got the light shining on it, but you can see here I've got these sort of planks that go over here and latch onto those pieces of wood. You probably saw little shelves. I've got, you know, obviously the parcel shelf, and then I've got all of these sections here. It's sort of like it's a bit blocky, but you know, everything is hidden. There's like wood there, and then that's all, it's all blended in carpet wise. And yeah, I'm quite pleased how it's turned out, to be honest. Almost looks sort of factory. And yeah, so the next job is to modify the B-pillar trims to sort of fit round here. I know what I'm doing. I'm sort of going to butcher them and then add extra bits at the top. And then also I've got the seatbelt reel to mount there, and then I have a box that sort of covers all of that. So basically all of that will be carpet, and all you'll see are the roll cages from this onwards. But yeah, pleased how that's turned out, really. It looks, it's nice to have it looking a bit more like a car on the inside now. So yeah, all good. So there you are, gang. Hope you're doing all right. I'm absolutely exhausted now, but I'm really happy the way that's turned out, and it means I can sort of move on further with the interior. I've also got to do the cantrails as well. That's these bits. These go above your sort of head, you know, when you're driving. So they need a lot of work in terms of sort of fitting them up, and I have to make some sort of bracketry sort of solution to make them stick, but that's all good. I've done it all before, so there you go. But yeah, cool. Like I said, I'm absolutely knackered now. I'm going to go and have a nice roast dinner that my beautiful wife has made. I peeled all the potatoes. My hands are killing me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and it gave you a bit of an insight of what you sort of need to do to the interior, or you know, the amount of work that's involved to sort of try and make it look half decent. So anyway, I'll see you on the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.